in marriage to this man.
Karen's mother and I do.
Dearly beloved family and friends, please take your seats. Now, before we begin, I must notify you of just a few things. We are gathered here today to both witness and lend support to Joshua and Karen. This much you know. However, what you may not be expecting is that they have requested that the ceremony be lighthearted, flexible, and fun. This may not appear to be your typical wedding. If the black attire didn't give it away, or maybe the fact that today also happens to be Halloween, please allow me to kindly spell it out for you. We don't plan to use words today like holy matrimony. If you would like to consider this an unholy union, then so be it. Instead of an unoriginal format or pre-existing traditions which have already been used by countless others, what you have come here to participate in will be as unique yet entertaining as the couple who have invited you. We plan to make the ceremony a bit more personal. Please allow me to talk more about the institution of Joshua and Karen than the institution of marriage. Thank you all for attending the celebration. Individually, Joshua and Karen are unique in different ways. These two personalities and their traits are varied. Joshua can be too quiet for his own good, often regarded as either shy or reserved. As most of you know, after you scratch the surface, you'll find a warm, charming, even hilarious individual. He's not just a dependable, hard-working young man with a Natalie Portman crush. Now, when we turn our attention over to Karen, okay, chances are this lovely lady actually commands our attention with her boisterously vocal, in-your-face attitude. There's no topic off limits. Combined with her uncanny knack for vocab, she is a constant and experienced conversationalist. At times, Joshua and Karen can be viewed as polar opposites. Joshua can replace a roof, travel on motorcycle, and I bet money he can build a backyard deck while wearing a blindfold. On the other hand, Karen is prone to accidents. She may require medical treatment while baking cupcakes. Josh appreciates his music and his iPod. Karen appreciates her music and a microphone. This is the beginning of a special journey. Today marks the moment when a man and woman take the first step upon the road they plan to travel together. I think we all can agree Joshua and Karen both enjoy life and find comfort within one another. They tend to lean toward laughter and love while avoiding stress and fear. They encourage one another to be honest, a natural ability for both. Whether it's in regards to others or to each other, they trust in the process of truth. Perhaps one can be a little brutally blunt, while the other displays more tact. The end result is the same. These tendencies will only strengthen a marriage. I encourage them both to remain vigilant and to never stray from these ideals. Ultimately, it's the pursuit they share in common ideas and goals that will forever bind these two. Two strong identical characteristics in both Joshua and Karen are passion and determination. These attributes help create each of the strong-willed individuals entering into this marriage. Although they love to travel, some might consider Joshua and Karen to be homebodies. They are not eager to chase after the next big thrill night after night after night. I'd like to point out that youth is a factor in both of their lives. Youth can be a liability for some, but with this couple, wisdom, maturity, and most of all, trust in one another prevails. They allow each other the time and space needed to properly function as individuals, as to not compromise their partnership. I'll argue that they resemble the old-fashioned couples of yesteryear. Since their chance meeting at that fateful concert, these two have stood closely by each other over the years, exploring and developing a beautiful friendship. Joshua and Karen have been long enough acquainted that their compatibility at spiritual, mental, and emotional levels is a fact, and not just wishful thinking. They have recently decided to move and settle down in Livermore. This will serve as a home base for all operations to come. Last time I checked, no one is aiming a shotgun at either individual. Right, Rich? These values are being overlooked and starting to disappear from our culture. I'm proud to say that the foundation Joshua and Karen have built is solid and of the type that can be genuinely admired. It is now at this time when I need to ask everyone seated here today, if anyone here objects to this marriage and has good reason to do so, let them please stand now or forever hold their peace. Yes, sir, please, speak up. Just kidding. Okay, are you ready for vows? Joshua, do you promise to be to Karen a loving and loyal husband, to honor and cherish, and to keep her in sickness and in health, even if she gets sick quite often, for richer, for poorer, for better, for worse, in sadness and in joy, no matter how much or how often she sings, and forsaking all others, to be faithful only to her until death do you part?
I do.
Karen, do you promise to be to Joshua a loving and loyal wife, to honor and cherish, and to keep him in sickness and in health, even if he mumbles at times, for richer, for poorer, for better, for worse, in sadness and in joy, no matter how much or how often he tries to avoid your friends, and forsaking all others, to be faithful only to him until death do you part?
I do.
What token of your love, a symbol of your unity, do you offer? Would you place the rings in my hand? Joshua, in placing this ring on Karen's finger, repeat after me. Karen, this ring I give you,
Karen, this ring I give you,
my personal gift and my personal promise of love and trust, and pride that you are my wife. We will wear these rings, and the world will know that I am yours and you are mine. Karen, in placing this ring on Josh's finger, please repeat after me.
Sit here now.
Joshua, this ring I give you,
Joshua, this ring I give you,
my personal gift and my personal promise
my personal gift and my personal promise
of love and trust,
of love and trust,
and pride that you are my husband.
and pride that you are my husband.
We will wear these rings,
We will wear these rings,
and the world will know
and the world will know
that I am yours and you are mine.
that I am yours and you are mine.
May the two of you share in the gifts of love, being one in heart and mind. May you always create a home together that puts in your heart love, generosity, and kindness. May your friends and family continue to encourage and inspire you. By being present and bearing witness, they have assured you that their hearts are in tune with yours. Joshua and Karen have consented together in marriage before this company of friends and family today. Having declared their unity by giving and receiving a ring, they are now joined. You have pronounced yourselves husband and wife, but remember to always be each other's best friend. By the power vested in me by the state of California, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride.
Super nice.
I now proudly present Mr. and Mrs. Rosenbrock.